No, no. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of of Angling Unraveled with Mitch and Doug. We are having a little different episode this week. We're going to start doing this about once a month when my work schedule is all messed up, where we move it from Wednesday to Thursday and just kind of talk about what Doug and I have been up to for the whole month. Obviously, Doug's got something behind him that he's waiting to show everyone. So go ahead and tell us about that, Doug.
So I actually launched apparel a while ago now, I guess about a month. And my goal is to put out like one graphic tee and a hat per month for the next year just to see how things go. And the first one was the Don't Show Me Where Lives Go Perch You shirt. And so this is the next one.
Scoping, not hoping since 2018. So
I've got that'll all be launching here pretty soon. I should have all my samples and apparel next week. So
that'll be sweet. And all that's pretty cool. So so what have you been up to?
I just got done traveling a bunch. Spent a little bit of time in Arkansas working with Jewel Baits. We talked about that before we had them guys on one of them, and then came back, went to Hartwell, looked around there, and I've been at Logan Martin for about the last 3 days or so.
There you go. How'd that go?
Went all right.
Went all right. That's good.
Accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Just kind of look around and
get a feel for the lake.
Yeah, just kind of figure out where all the stumps are that I don't want to hit with my boat. And do a repeat of last February.
Yeah. I mean, you did start off the week pretty good when you broke your graph.
Yeah, I ended up breaking one of my graphs this week, so not really excited about that. But
what'd you do? Smoke it with a jig?
No, it fell off my boat.
Oh, I mean, you could at least make up a cool story to go along with it.
No, it just fell off of the boat. And concrete.
Yeah, no, that's rough. I've always been scared of that, but I've fumbled them a few times. But
yeah, we'll see. Because I know with the Garmin's you can't get the screen replaced, so I think it's probably going to end up being a
insurance claim.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I just don't have $3,000 to just throw out a new graph right now. Yeah, pretty much.
But no, I've been basically just working, dealing with stuff from Christmas, getting stuff around, getting new partnership videos done. With us working with Douglas Rods and stuff like that, planning shows out. I'm actually going to be in Lawrenceburg, Indiana next weekend, working a show with Jake's Lure Joint down there, and then coming back to New Hampshire, working for a week or two, and then going to the Niagara show February 15th through the 18th, working that one. I'm going to be doing rod demonstrations there. So other than that, I've just been working. Christmas, I flew home on Christmas Day, spend the week with my family, and then my wife decided to come home with me. So they'll come back to New Hampshire with me for a couple weeks, since she doesn't have to be able to be back to work till the second or third week of the new year. So that's been nice having her here, not having to be by myself.
Yep.
And all, but no. So I'm not going to ask you too much about Logan Martin. I don't want you to get in trouble, but I'm excited, dude. There's some cool things coming along. I know everyone's been asking me about what I am not fishing the NPFL this year, and there's a few different reasons. There's something coming out. I'm sure you guys have seen me share it on Instagram and on my TikTok. It's called American Fishing Duel. There's going to be a lot of information releasing about that. I think February 2nd is when they said that. And then there's some stuff in the NPFL contract that I just didn't like, about how we're not allowed to say what we like to say. And I know you can't speak on it. I'm not going to ask you to, but that one's on me. But I'm ready for the freaking Bass Nation State fish off, dude. Like I'm itching to get up there and go fishing.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to Michigan. I had a blast this year.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to Oklahoma in November.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that should be a real fun tournament.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, it should be top water and shallow fishing bonanza probably. So,
Yeah. What's up, Brandon? Sorry, guys. I'm do like anyone who's on my Facebook. I can't pin your comments on there. I got to read it off my phone. So if I don't pin it on here, that's why I'll just respond that way. But yeah, that one's gonna be sweet. I know we're voting on lakes next Friday for the club, so I'm gonna be calling you that one. I'm gonna try and make that one a blast. That one's sick.
Yeah, so I've actually joined Mitch's club in Michigan, so I could do some of the club stuff this year, which I'm pretty excited about. It should be fun.
Yeah, dude, it's such a good one or a good group of guys. Like we all just get together. I mean, we'll drink at night and stuff like that and have a good time, and then get up and all be hungover in the morning and go fish a tournament. So
well, I don't know how much
drinking a bunch of sip shine, you know. I mean, when that bottle starts getting passed around, everyone can't help but drink a little bit.
I'll lose my gains.
Your gains? Yeah, we wouldn't want that. And all your shoulders are looking kind of broad. You take up the whole screen. It looks like you're sitting about 5 foot away.
Not big enough yet.
Yeah, no. You got more gains to do?
More gains, yeah, all year.
Yeah.
If anybody didn't know, I'm pretty avid in the gym. I go every day. So I got to a point last year where I was not extremely happy with myself and decided to make a change. So I lost about 35, 40 pounds and started going to the gym 6 days a week. And I've been doing it ever since. And I'm past a year now, about a year and a month. So
yeah. Yeah. Me watching Doug do it got me motivated. And I've actually been going almost every day for the last couple of weeks, getting back into shape. And it feels good. You feel a lot better. And it just makes you feel a lot better about yourself. I know after the fire and everything.
Confidence and everything.
Well, yeah, and after the fire, like I was so stressed and everything else that it's not an excuse, but I mean, I ended up not paying attention to my health and stuff like that, and put on all the weight that I worked hard to lose about 4 years ago. So, not all of it. I put about half of it back on, but we're gonna go ahead and start losing that. New Year's resolution means new gym.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be one of them people this year, but you got to start somewhere.
As long as you stick with it. I think the big problem with New Year's resolutions is they last about a month and then it's done with.
Man, yours normally last a month.
What's that?
Yours normally last a month.
I've never made a New Year's resolution. No. My belief is if you want to change something in your life, you shouldn't wait till the beginning of the year. You just do it. That's my general take on it.
I think your New Year's resolution this year is to see how big you can get.
I think it's just to make consistent progress, I would say.
Yeah. What's up, Troy? What's up, OJ? What's up, Vince? Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it makes you feel a lot better for sure. It makes you fish better when you feel better about yourself. So it's a big thing there.
Something pretty crazy happened here on Lake Gunners. So I'm back in Gunnersville now. I'll be here for a while. But the New Year's Day tournament that they always have, man, did that put some weights out. It was absolutely insane. The top bag was almost 34 pounds. I think it was 33.30 was the weight of the winning bag. And then there was a team that had like 26 and they didn't even cash a check. So it's
really?
Yeah, this place is starting to turn on pretty good.
What's up, Justin? How you doing? Yeah, dude, Gunnersville, man. It'd be I can't wait to go down there this year. I'm gonna come down, like I said, I'm gonna come down again here in a few weeks, probably another month or two, and we're gonna go whack a big old bag again. We did it in the middle of the summer, now we got to do it in the winter or the spring. So, except I want to break that dirty 30 this time.
Yeah, it's possible here. It's
you need to go out and start doing some Renaissance missions. So that way I know when I come down there, I'm going to whack a big old bag.
I'll be starting to get out here pretty quick. I had some other stuff to do today, but I'll be out on the boat making content again pretty soon. And I won't be shy about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'll tell everybody.
Let's OJ said, let's meet on the way down and I'll follow you. That's fine, man. You can come on down. You can follow me down. I won't be bringing my boat. I'll be tag teaming in Doug's boat so he can push me in the lake again. And yeah, Gunnersville again. You can push me in the lake again. It was about this time last year that I had to do the old unicorn jump.
It was like February, wasn't it?
Yeah, first week of February.
Yeah.
And all the memories are popping up on TikTok of our little battle we were having.
Yep.
So
back and forth.
But yeah, no, I told Nikki when I get back next week, I'm going back for that show with Jake down in Lawrenceburg. And then I'll probably leave there Sunday night, get back that night, and then Monday, depending on what weather's like, I think the shrink wrap's coming off the old Camus, and I'm taking it over and dropping it in the Detroit River.
Well, you know what'll happen then.
Yeah, it'll be a freaking snowstorm.
Yeah, then all the cold weather will finally get there.
Yeah, well, that's why I already have a pre-plan for that, and I found a 10x30 storage unit down the road from my mom's house. Yeah, it's like $130 a month, and I'm like, yep, sounds good to me.
That's really not that bad.
No, not for one that big. And also, that's probably what I'll end up doing, dude. I'm itching so bad to go fishing. Like, you guys don't have an idea. Like, I haven't had to shrink wrap my boat, and I've been able to go when I want pretty much for the last 3.5 years. And this year it sucks to have to shrink wrap it again, put it away for the winter, not touch it. And then every time I go to my dad's house, because it's stored at my dad's right now, every time I go over there, I got to look at it just sitting there. And I'm like,
Yep.
And then I got buddies like Dan sending me pictures every freaking day catching giant smallmouth.
Yeah.
Big old muskie out in the middle, 40, 50 foot, live scoping them suspended.
That's wild.
Yeah, Brendan said the same thing, that he hasn't fished in two months, and he's going nuts too. And he's going to be fishing the club with us this year too. That's going to be another little stick that we're hammering in there. So the club's going to have some competition this year.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun between me, you, Brandon, Brian, Tyler, a few other guys. I mean, it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking.
Jake
forward to. Go ahead.
No, Jake said I haven't fished in a week.
Hmm.
That's pretty rude. I hope your nitro breaks down, Jake. So what were you saying?
Just that I'm looking forward to getting Logan Martin done, and then pretty much having
3 months,
all February, March, and April, and half of May to fish the best time of year on Gunnersville. So excited about that.
Yeah,
it's prime time for rattle baits and jackhammers and A-rigs and.
Dude, that's what I'm coming down there. So when I come down, I'm bringing some of these. You guys are gonna have it here first. I got some of the Megabass chatterbaits. If you guys didn't know, they only sell them overseas. And actually, I think I got one sitting here. It's just a different blade. The blade's just shaped a little differently and stuff like that, but they freaking hammer them. I'm gonna bring that down. The vibration on it's a little bit different. So that's one thing I can tell, like switching between brands, is sometimes them fish want that jackhammer that tracks a bunch, and sometimes they want a slobber knocker that don't track a whole lot. They just vibrates.
There's a little tighter vibration.
Yeah. Yep. Looking back at film from like Eufaula last year, that's one thing that I noticed. Like when I was in different parts of the lake, I was throwing a different brand and a different style. So the little bit different action that we were getting on it, I think, was a part of it. Part of why I was getting bid in practice, and then it slowed down a little bit during the tournament.
Yep.
But so yeah, dude, like what exactly have you been out on Gunnersville since you've been back at all? Or
I haven't been on Gunnersville, and boy, I don't think I've been on Gunnersville since
you were down there in the summer.
Yeah,
before you went to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
before Saginaw? Because I think you were down there right before Saginaw, right?
No, I was up
Or
north pretty much all summer last year.
yeah. Hey, so Jake's wondering what your screen says. So maybe we need to break this down a little bit now. We got a little bit more people in here. Scoping, not hoping. So Jake, if you've seen the old "Show Me Where Live Scope Hurt You At," his T-shirt. This is the next shirt and hat in the series. It's going to be a Scoping, not hoping. And Brittany's getting them all made up right now, and they'll be coming out here soon. Right? Next couple weeks
Yeah,
or so.
it should be. I should have my actual apparel probably Monday, I think.
Yep.
And then it's just a matter of making a couple of videos and getting that out on TikTok, and it'll be released then, and y'all will be able to get it off the website.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. I know I'm in the process of having my website made at the moment, and I'm going to be adding all of Doug's apparel on the website probably, if
That
you'll let
includes
me.
our podcast apparel too. So it's Unraveled, Doug Chapin Fishing, and then I have those graphic tees that I'm going to come out with once a month.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, the Angling Unraveled shirts are sweet. I'll have mine in probably in the next week or so. Them things are, the logo on it's sweet, and I'm ready to.
It's not going to work.
No, there it goes. Kind of got it.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Angling Unraveled. So if you guys want a Angling Unraveled shirt, hoodie, or hat, in whatever color you want, pretty much, head over to Doug's pages, and the link is in the bio.
Yes, it's the very top link. It says S&S Designs. That is my drop shipper.
Doug, you going live on TikTok tonight?
I don't know if I'll do. I probably won't go tonight.
No.
And let's see if I can get this to work. Oh.
Slide it one way or the other. Scoping, not hoping since 2018, baby.
Yeah, so that's the hat that's coming, and like I said, it's on my link in my bio, and then just the first link on the top.
Yeah. So, what are your plans for the course of the next month or so before we have to do this again? Or it's just the two of us?
Well, I think probably I'll be spending a little bit of time in Gunnersville, scoping this place out.
Yeah.
Scoping.
You sure you're gonna be scoping, not hoping?
He might be a little bit of hoping in there.
I don't know
how this place fishes, but
you have live scope it, so that means you automatically get to catch them.
Yeah, well, that's Randy Block would agree with you, I think. But I think the majority of us that actually use it know the truth.
Yeah. So,
I'll be hanging out at Gunnersville probably for a while here. Eventually, I'm going to have to go back and do some taxes, but
yeah, because your accountants and everything is in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, I'm still a Wisconsin resident, so
yeah,
got to do everything through that state.
Yeah, I gotta freaking get my taxes done. I'm slacking a little bit on the business side. I got to get back up to Michigan and get all the receipts and stuff like that, get it all scanned in. Lord knows there's a million fuel receipts to deal with.
That's probably like the number one expense besides tournament entries is fuel. I think last year I probably went through pretty close to 25,000 in fuel just for the truck and the boat. So
yeah,
it's a lot of people don't realize what all goes into this, but it's pretty crazy.
I just put the recent receipt in from Live Scope in my boat and caught 3 more. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm freaking ready to get this tournament season going. I'm ready to get these new rods out, get them broken in. And I don't know, I'm not doing a whole lot over the next month. Like I said, I'm just going back to Michigan, work these shows. That's about all I'm doing, is just working shows and hoping the weather stays in the high 30s, low 40s. So that way I can break the old Camus out and head back over to the Detroit River. Yeah. I didn't get to fish it this fall or so far yet this winter. So if I can get the opportunity, I'm going to, because that place is is so much fun this time of year.
I'm gonna thoroughly start annoying everybody that can't fish.
Why?
With all my Instagram and Facebook posts of fish pictures and stuff, I'm sure I'll catch a few big ones. I always do.
Yeah. You got to break that double digit.
Yeah, that's a goal this year. Unfortunately, I'm not really gonna be in a place at the right time of year to catch a 10-pounder.
Yeah.
Really, anywhere I go this year. So, yeah,
There's a couple places where you have a good chance at doing it.
Make a special trip somewhere. I think that's probably the only way.
Mm.
Gunnersville's got 10-pounders.
Yeah.
They're not extremely common.
Yeah.
You can get up around that 7, 8, and sometimes 9 mark, but the 10s are fairly rare here right now within the next. But
yeah,
I think I'll probably have to make a trip to Louisiana or Bussy Break or I don't know, somewhere like that.
Bussy's pretty close to it. Yeah, that ain't too far.
No, I've got a lot of lakes around the country that are pretty close to me that hold big fish like that. So
we need to, if I come down there, we might do that. It's been a long time since I caught a double digit. We might have to make an angling unraveled on the freaking water episode. Guide service on Chick had a 52-pound bag the other day. That's freaking crazy.
I think I saw pictures of that. Yeah,
I haven't seen it. Troy said, I know of at least 3 lakes y'all hit that definitely have 10-pounders in it.
Yeah, but the commonality of it is not. And then better odds here than going to Hartwell and maybe pounder.
Mark and Troy said Clark's Hill at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
Troy doesn't have any graphs on his boat, and dude's still out there freaking catching 10-pounders.
Clark's Hill has them.
Oh, I know. He said he pulled up on a spot last year, and literally, like when he was over that night at when we were at Lanier, when Troy came over for dinner, he was like, dude, he goes, Clark's Hill is so much fun. Like, because I don't know how it got brought up when we were talking about it, about how you and Mark were talking about how rough it was and stuff like that. And Troy's like, dude, he goes, you pull up on any point at some given time. And he goes, it's random or it's good. And he goes, there's a 7, there's a 6, there's an 8, there's a 10. And he's like, it's just back to back to back. He's like, the big ones just stack up together like that. And it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Logan, probably not.
Yeah.
Hartwell, probably not.
No. Yeah.
The next one, Pickwick, probably not.
Yeah, if it was Pickwick was a little earlier, there would be a good possibility. Like when they first got on the ledges, if you guys
not a 10.
No,
you'd have to get real lucky to get a 10 on Pickwick.
Yeah. And then
I mean, they still got those 7s and 8s and 9s, right?
Yeah.
Just like Gunnersville.
Yeah.
That double-digit class fish is not very common on those places, and then definitely not Saginaw. There's not going to be a 10-pounder coming out of there. Maybe the St. John's.
Yeah, I forgot you guys are going there. St. John's will definitely have them, but whether or not they want to play that time of year is probably going to be the big thing.
I think that I don't think we're going to see any double digits there.
No,
it's if it was in like January, 10-pounders would be caught.
Yeah, but if they swap that one in Logan Martin,
I'd say the only possibility for me to catch a 10-pounder in any of the tournaments that I'm fishing this year would either be probably the St. John's River or the Bass Nation National Championship at
that's at Laws, isn't it?
No, it's at Grand Lake.
Yeah, Grand Lake.
That I think there's probably some 10s in there that time of year because they're just feeding so hard. But
Troy's got a long list. He said, I want to catch a double-digit smallie. I would absolutely crap my pants. But I think we both know of a lake where they live.
Yeah, for sure.
And I hooked into one that was probably close to it this year. So, in other words, 90% of my free time this summer is going to be spent on Lake X, and you guys are going to see some giants.
Yeah, I'll be spending some time there too, I would imagine, over the summer. So
Yeah, I will go up there and rent that little freaking house that we had, that little Airbnb.
that was awesome. That's probably
Yeah.
one of the best Airbnbs that I've ever gotten.
Yep. Yeah, me too. The people were cool, and all the fact
They
that,
didn't like us having to walk all the way to the bathroom,
yeah,
but
yeah, I don't care. It was like a shower house. It was like a little cottage basically where there all the amenities and everything, like the kitchen and the bathrooms were all up in a barn, and then there's two little cottages out front. So it it's pretty cool.
yeah,
Now we got everyone on my Facebook asking about what's Lake X. Troy
oh,
wants to go. Troy, I'm booking I'm booking guided trips this year. If you want to come, it's
you're gonna be signing an NDA. I can tell you that.
yeah, yeah, definitely. There's going to be, especially on how I'm catching them. I mean, obviously, like people can imagine how I'm catching them, but there's another way to catch them there too that is different. Um, Troy, we'll talk later. Brandon, yeah, Matt, no, it's not like it's Michigan Lake X. Yeah, it's in Michigan, up north. Oh, hey,
John, if you're
Johnny's
still
in here,
watching,
huh?
there it is.
Scoping is the devil. That guy gonna cry. John John Scoping is not the devil.
He knows that now.
Yeah, oh yeah, he had fun with it.
We're
That
gonna
scope
go.
that scope spinning 45 foot, and John's out there freaking. Hey, have you guys ever laid that scope spin down on the bottom and they just pick it up and eat it?
He's talking about coming to hang out with me at Gunnersville. So
Is he?
yeah,
Go catch him in 80 foot.
we'll go scoping with an A rig and wreck them.
Oh, is it the same like you mentioned later last? No, Troy, it is not Traverse. But Traverse Bay has some giants in it. Don't get me wrong, but this lake is absolutely giant. I think so. Lake X, when Doug and I were there practicing or just messing around on it, I think we were getting out there at like 10 o'clock every day.
Yeah, we weren't early.
10 o'clock, and we were off the water by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say every day I had over 23 pounds.
Pretty. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. There was one day that if I broke one fish off, and it was funny because Doug was going down the bank, and I'm like, he was like 50 feet, and I pulled up behind him, and I'm like, hey, you missed one. And so I cast down there and I set the hook, and I'm like, oh my, this is there's two of them swimming, scoping, not hoping, and set the hook. Freaking, it took off running. My drag was too tight and it snapped me off. And that one was sad because I caught one a little bit later that was 6 pounds, and on live scope, the other one babied it.
I'm looking forward to getting back up north and catching some smallmouth.
Yeah. Smallmouth, and then you're gonna have to come to the other one, the other lake for largemouth with me. That 28-pound bag was pulled out of, just down the road from where I'm at. So we don't got to travel far for that one, and you'll love that one, flipping a jig.
Yeah, that's kind of my deal.
Yeah, I know. It'll be fun. Troy said Hartwell's on fire right now, so is Lanier. Matt said there's a few rumors about a few lakes up north of me for big bass. Well, I mean, Matt, isn't St. Clair north of you? We all know St. Clair's got some giants in it. Troy said, I found a new drop shot bait I absolutely love, and Mitch knows what it is, but I'm keeping my mouth shut. Troy's got something, dude. I'm gonna have to send you a picture of this if he'll let me. This new bait he got, it's freaking sweet. His uncle makes them. It's the deal.
Yeah.
And someone found out he was throwing it in the ABA, and they got mad. And then they banned it because he was out there just smoking them on it. It's only got one hook. So, Matt said, yeah, it is, but that's not one of them. Yeah, I know, Matt. I'm just giving you crap. There's a lot of hidden gems in Michigan and a lot of untapped lakes that no one talks about. that have absolute giants in it. And the one that I found last year has absolute monsters in it. Like a dirty 30 in the middle of the summer is not out of the question.
I'm gonna have to. When were the MLF guys at Bussy Break?
We'll have to pull that up and look.
Randy Hall cut that 10 or 12 pounder or something.
Yeah,
11.
12.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was 12 or 13, I thought.
Like when's their spawn start?
I think it's here soon. I think it's beginning of February, like right after you guys are done at Logan Martin. Don't you freaking start making faces at me because I will get on the first flight down there. I won't even drive.
Bussy Break's only probably, I don't know, like 4 hours from me.
Oh, yeah, that's a day drive there.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
OJ said, I know of a lake by me, unreal smallmouth. Yeah, it's called Chickamauga.
Yeah.
Monsters. I'm waiting. When I come down there for that, when we go to Gunnersville, I'm taking you to Chick and we're going to go catch some giant smallmouth, Doug.
Let's do it.
On A-rigs. Chick has some of the biggest smallmouth in that area of the country that I've ever seen.
This time period that I have off between tournaments, that's in the best time of the year. There's going to be nothing but content being made that entire time.
So we need to get your YouTube up and going.
Yeah, I got to get better at that.
You might, dude. YouTube's growing so fast. That's why you guys don't see a whole lot of me posting. I haven't seen a whole lot of me posting on TikTok recently. I've been focusing more on Instagram and YouTube recently, as my YouTube hit 500 subscribers on Christmas Day. So that was a good little Christmas present. And Instagram and YouTube are just growing unbelievably fast for me right now. So thank you guys for everyone who's on there helping me with that. But OJ said Dale Hollow, but OJ,
all those got them too.
Chicks got giants.
Yeah,
you just got to know where they're at.
So what are some of your social media goals for this year as far as?
So Instagram, I grew a lot last year on Instagram, and I think if I stick with it, I think I can get up to probably 8,000 on Instagram. That's a realistic goal for me. I think I'd like to see 10, but I think 8's doable. YouTube, I want to get to the rate I'm going. I want to say 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then I want to break 20K on TikTok.
Yeah.
And what about you?
TikTok, I want to hit 35 to 40,000 by the end of next year, or I guess this year now.
Yeah.
And then Instagram, I'd like to get 15,000, which I'm at I think I'm at almost 9 or 8,000. I don't know. I think I'm at like 80 some hundred, 8,000 something right now. And then Facebook, I mean, that's kind of whatever. I think I'm at like 4,500 on there. And then YouTube, I'm going to concentrate a little bit more. I'm going to start posting, pretty much doubling my content from TikTok and putting it on YouTube. And
that's all I've been doing.
Dealing with the shorts because unfortunately now a lot of people don't have the attention span to watch
35
videos, but they're into the short form stuff.
Well, and that's what's weird about YouTube, dude, is like you can do a shorts do a shit ton of views, and then like you'll post like a mediocre like 10 to 15 minute YouTube video and it gets a couple views, and then you post a 35 to an hour long video and it gets thousands.
Yeah. And I'm gonna start playing around with Snapchat a little bit too, because they got kind of the same thing going on with short format video.
You're Doug's about an hour to an hour and a half away from
I'm like 2 hours away from Chick.
Yeah, you're closer than that.
I'm at the other end of the lake.
Yeah.
Scottsboro.
Yeah, because every time I went, I always went to
Goose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about another 35 minutes past Goose.
Oh, okay.
I'm way.
Yes, that's about right.
Creek on Gunnersville.
And his number 2 fan on TikTok.
Yep. I appreciate that too.
Who's your number 1 fan, Doug?
I don't know.
No.
No.
Brandon said, Mitch, you know a guy that's good with the
why.
camera. We've already talked about that, buddy.
Do what?
Brandon, he said, Mitch, Mitch, ... You know a guy that's good with a camera. And we have already talked about that. So there's a few different guys I'm going to be experimenting with this year for camera guys. And can I post what put on here what Andrew said?
Oh.
I'm kidding. Mark said, oh, he knows. But yeah, Matt said shorts are better on YouTube. Troy said, I have my reasons. He said, I have my reasons, but my boat will be pink very soon. That's interesting. Troy, why are you going to make your boat pink? Are you going to wrap it pink, or are you just going to go on and full on just straight up spray paint it? That's pretty interesting. I know that dude was talking a bunch of crap about you, and it's got a bunch of sponsors and stuff like that. Troy likes to go out and kick everyone's butt, then they get all mad because he doesn't have no graphs and no live scope. He's hoping, not scoping.
Yeah, the opposite of this.
Yeah. Well, I can't say that no more because right after we left Lanier, and he spent all day watching me freaking stare at that screen. He went out and bought live scope and put it on his boat. So he is scoping now, and he texted me like a week later and was like, "Hey, I don't know how I did it before, but this is fun." So, but yeah, dude, I'm excited to see what this new year has to bring. Like,
well, it can't be worse than last year.
Yeah, for either one of us.
No.
Well, as long as
I say that, and then
yeah.
I start the first thing that happens to me this year is I drop a $3,000 graph on the pavement. So
hey, at least it's not a $25,000 motor getting ripped off the boat and flipped up on top. Well, I can't say ripped off because the motor was still attached to the boat, but the motor's sitting on top
of the cables. That's about it.
Yeah, and getting flipped up and sat on top of the back of the boat. And at least it wasn't.
What stopped it from actually getting to me was the back of the seat and the cables got tight.
Yeah.
So
the only thing past that can neither happen is one, you sink it, or two, it catches on fire. Well, that's not even mention any of those no more.
You just jinxed me.
No. I did not do that. You're going to have no, if I jinxed you, I would say that everything's going to go perfect for you this year and nothing's going to go wrong.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Nope. It's going to go good. You're going to have a better year. I'm going to have a better year. I'm going to make it to the national tournament, and then we're going to compete for that 1, 2, and 3 spot.
I can honestly say that my attitude is probably a little bit different going into this year than it was in any previous years.
Yeah.
That's my mom, by the way. Hi, Mom. Yeah, it's I guess I worried too much about. When you worry too much about performing well, you tend to not perform well.
Yep.
And then when you just don't care, it seems to go extremely well for me.
Yeah.
Kind of towards the latter end of last year, Eufaula. I mean, I was not overly excited about that at all. And I just went into it just kind of, I guess, hoping to do the best that I could, just kind of winging it. And I had a chance to win that Derby, which is pretty crazy. And then kind of just changed my attitude, I guess. I'm just more relaxed going into these things now.
Yeah.
I'm just not worried about it as much.
You stress yourself out too much about doing good, then you don't do good. Versus, like you said, you just let it go and go to have fun. And if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
So my attitude going into this year with just about obviously this doesn't mean I'm obviously going to try and win these things, but I'm going to go into them with
Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Matt said, did y'all talk about the newer pros this season for the NPFL? No, we have not. There's There's a lot of good sticks that joined this year. A few of them from the Elite Series.
Yeah.
You got Drew Cook, Kyle Welcher,
David Fritz.
Yeah.
Pete Pines, David Williams.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if you know, Matt, but I'm not fishing this year.
It should be fun. Getting into fishing, obviously my goal was to make it to the highest level, right? And fish against some of those guys that I watched in the Elite Series and FLW when it was still great. And I have the opportunity to fish against some of those guys now. So it's pretty cool. It's surreal. I fished against John Cox for the last 2 years and Patrick Walters for the last 2 years too. Yeah. So
there's big. Matt said there is big sticks this year going to be interesting for sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting, and that's what, dude. It'll be good for you to see like how you compare to them guys and stuff like that throughout the course of a year, how consistency and stuff like that pays off. And because I know that's the big thing. Like I'm just waiting until I feel like I'm ready to qualify because I know like I'm a good fisherman, but I'm not ready to fish all 9 opens and qualify yet. I don't think.
So Patrick Walters, if you look at his stats the way they are, his average finish in the elites, I think, is fifth place.
Yeah, Trent was talking about that when he was on here.
He's on track. He's like leaps and bounds beyond Kevin Van Dam's record.
Yeah.
If he keeps the pace that he's on.
Yeah.
And I would venture to guess that Patrick Walters is arguably the best angler in the entire world.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yep. Between consistency, he may not win everything, but he's always right there in the hunt for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's cool fishing against that, right?
Yeah.
I get to say when I'm 60, I get to say that I fished against some of these guys and did it. So
yeah,
something that I'll never regret.
Yeah. That's one thing that, if there was like a betting system where you could bet on fishing, I just picked Patrick Walters, top 10. They'd have an over-under on him.
Patrick Walters, John Cox.
Yeah. Yep. Patrick Walters, over-under a 10th place finish. Over.
Yeah.
Just lock me in for that everywhere. Unless they go back to Santee Cooper. He won ours, but bombed theirs.
The different time of year.
Yeah.
So the advantage of that is, hitting a lot of these places in the post spawn is
when the locals know
an extreme edge over everyone else because they're the only ones who know what the fish do when things get tough.
Yep.
And we're coming into a place pretty much blind and trying to figure that out, right? And so it makes things really difficult to fish against locals when their ponds are tough.
Yep. Matt said Doug will do good against them. He has a lot of faith in you.
I appreciate that. That is.
I've been telling him the same thing.
Yeah.
What's up, Luke? Troy said he's got to get off and go call this girl that calls him boyfriend. But it'll be interesting, dude. I'm ready for lacrosse, and I'm ready to go out there.
That'll be a fun one. It could go, man.
Dude, and that's what, if the weather stays the way it's going, and it's going to push that spawn up by a couple weeks, which we might hit it during the spawn because it's not getting cold out there.
It won't be. When is it in May?
May 9th.
Yeah, you're not going to be spawning. It's going to be pre-spawn. I'll just fill you in later.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I already know what I'm doing pretty much. I'm taking that Mega Bass Robin blade, and I'm going to go throw that around all the grass.
Yeah.
And that in a square bill.
Better buy a couple because there's some pike in there too.
Oh, yeah. Know all too well about those things lately. At the end of the season. Matt Kozer said Mayish for Lake Erie is spawn. Yeah, definitely. Being down that far, they'll start spawning out there. end of May, beginning of June, and then I'll be working my way up north after that. Doug knows pike.
I don't appreciate that.
Why not?
I,
What? There's got to be a story here.
No matter where I go, if there is a pickerel or a pike in that pond anywhere, just one, I will catch that thing.
Well, did you catch him at Santee?
I caught a pickerel.
I did too. I was like, I didn't even know these things were in here. You can take the boy out of the north, but you can't take the north out of the boy.
Either I'm catching pike or walleyes everywhere I go.
Yeah. I caught, well, that's what in that team. Well, no, the last day of Saginaw, that one that I caught out there was freaking massive.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a bunch of like 5-pounders strolling through, and I flipped down there in like 50 foot, and I'm waiting for it to go. And then all of a sudden it got heavy, and I was like, "Dude, get over here." I'm yelling, and yeah, ended up being a school of walleyes.
I'll never understand the walleye thing, because to me, it's like you can tell immediately that it is not a smallmouth or a bass of any kind, because it feels like you snagged somebody's t-shirt that they dropped in the water, because it just doesn't do anything. You're just dragging dead weight.
Yep.
You just lay there and do nothing.
And Troy said, I guess he's back. He said, "You're screwed because Hartwell is full of them."
Full what? Pike?
Pickerel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think
pickerel. I don't think I'm going to be fishing anywhere that there's going to be pickerel. So.
Well, they might be out in 100 foot of water.
We'll see.
I don't know what your plans are there.
I can honestly say that I'm kind of excited about that one.
Mm-hmm. I would be too. Hartwell's a lot of fun. It fits the way you fish.
Yeah,
pretty well.
Sure.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Other than that, dude, like, I'm ready for the payback series. I can't say the lakes yet, but it's gonna be fun. I talked to Jeff earlier today, and that schedule is going to be sweet for the big stack and the solo stack. It's going to be fun. And then we get to vote on lakes for the club tournament. And then I'll be rolling around doing some stuff for American Fishing Duel, by the sounds of it. And I'm going to be a busy boy this summer, social media wise.
Yeah, I'll have a lot going on too.
Yeah, I plan on coming down there and getting a bunch of content, having you up, and doing some dual content together for both our YouTubes.
The way I got it planned is, since Hartwell's like May, I'll probably do my Pickwick pre-practice in May when they first get out to the ledges, so I can actually catch a bunch and see where they kind of lay out on those ledges and how they're laid out. And then I'll probably go home for the entire month of June and then go back to Pickwick. So, and then I'll be back in Wisconsin after that.
Yeah, you'll be in Michigan in June.
Yeah, I could be in Michigan in June.
Oh, no, I'm saying you're going to, because that's one of the first club tournaments probably going to be. Troy said, "Need to come on down south and fish this Skeeter series with me, one tournament a month." Troy, send me the schedule for that. I might actually be interested in that. I need to get some fishing in before that lacrosse tournament. I can't go into that without even wetting a line. So, or at least only one or two times. So, but yeah, dude, I don't know what else you got. I don't know. I've been up for pretty much for almost 48 hours at this point.
Yeah, that ain't no good.
No, or 36. It's probably closer to 36. I slept for 2 hours this morning when I got home from work.
So, that.
And then we went to the aquarium today in Boston, so that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, got to see some penguins.
I went to Georgia, obviously, because I looked at Hartwell and fished a little bit on Lanier while I was there too. And went and saw some pretty cool stuff, like nature stuff. I saw a waterfall. That was pretty cool.
Where were you at? Was that in Blairsville?
It's called Amicaloa Falls, I think. I'm
Okay.
probably pronouncing, I'm butchering that, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but it's like northwest of Lake Lanier somewhere.
Okay. Hi, Dad. How far are you from Maryland? I'm not sure, Troy. I'm in Concord, New Hampshire. So however far that is. But yeah. I know I've been to Blairsville a couple times, and that's real pretty up that way. And all that northern Georgia area is freaking just absolutely
It
beautiful.
is, man. It's probably one of the prettiest places that I've been to in
Yep.
the country. I got a thing for mountains. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love them. Being around them.
Yeah. Northern New Hampshire is actually real pretty too. Like up here where I'm at right now, and it's been a lot of fun. So Nikki and I are gonna go drive around this thing that they call the Knot tomorrow. Apparently, it's where a bunch of glaciers were formed and stuff like that, and just a real pretty area. So we're gonna go drive around there and hopefully see a moose.
Yeah.
But all right, well, I think I'm gonna get off here and I want to go to bed. So
I'm probably gonna. What time is it?
it's 9 o'clock, so it's 8.
Here for me too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go fishing tomorrow. I think so.
Well, don't rub it in too much.
Oh, I'm gonna go fishing again tomorrow. And
Yeah.
the next day. Just so you know.
Yeah. If we weren't on live, I'd probably give you a finger right about now, but
Well,
I'm gonna behave myself.
okay.
So, well, thanks guys for tuning in to another episode of Angling Unraveled. Like I said, we're gonna be doing this kind of thing for now on, like once a month. With my work schedule going on, I can't do a Wednesday night on this week because quick turnaround. So we move it to Thursday, and these weeks is just gonna be me and Doug talking about what we have going on. So we just want to thank you guys again for getting on, and we'll see you guys Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
If you guys want apparel, you can go to my Facebook page, Instagram, or TikTok. Hit the link in bio. It's the very top one, SNS Designs. You can get this stuff. It's probably starting next week. And I have some stuff on there currently. That is the Angling Unraveled hoodies and T-shirts and hats, and my personal brand stuff, and then another one of my graphic tees. So
Perfect. Sweet. Well, thank you guys. Go check it out. Link is in Doug's bio, and we'll see you guys next week.